Good morning. So it's been a while since I posted a video, and this morning I wanted to talk to you all about respect. And I wanted to, talk about how important respect is, and not just respect where we grow up and we learn, oh, you must respect your elders, blah blah blah. I want to talk about respect going to your elders, back down to your young children, up to your seniors, back down to your subordinates. A lot of people confuse respect with fear, or respect with tyranny. And those things don't match up. They're not synonymous to each other. It's a lot easier to get somebody to do what you want them to do out of fear. Like, if they fear you, they'll do what you want them to do. But it's a lot harder to earn the respect of someone and them want to do what you want them to do. I hope that makes sense. So if you ask somebody, hey, I need you to go and do this, X, Y, and Z, and they go ahead and do it with no issues, they're motivated, they're dedicated, and they complete the task, and they come back and they're ready for more, that's typically a sign of respect. But if you ask somebody to complete X, Y, and Z, and they kind of do it halfway, they take their time, it's not really done well, and like the product that they deliver is just horrible, it's generally because they don't respect you. They're going to do it because they know they have to do it. They're not doing it because they want to do it. Now, me as a drill sergeant, I talk to my soldiers about this all the time. I tell them that as a drill sergeant, I can literally do whatever I want, right? Because I have the hat. That's just the reality. I have the hat, I have the power, I have the say-so. However, being a great leader, to me, and being a great drill sergeant is knowing that you have that power to put that fear, to make them do what you want them to do without abusing that power. I use my power to motivate my soldiers. Every chance that I get, if they do something wrong, I use that as a time to still tell them what they did wrong, tell them how they should fix it, give them the opportunity to fix it, but use that as a motivational time as well to kind of remind them why they're here, why they're doing this, what's going to keep them pushing for the next 9 or 10 weeks, whatever day it is. And I tell them respect goes both ways. And I know that. I remember when I was a private, I'm still a staff sergeant. There's still somebody over me. However, respect goes both ways. It has to go up and it has to go down. I feel like your subordinates will respect you more if they see that you respect them the same way. I can never ask my soldiers, or anyone for that matter, to do something if I'm not willing to do it myself. I have to show you respect so that you know how to give respect. Because sometimes respect could be different for different people, even though to somebody it may be clear respect. Just do what I say, don't backtalk, don't have an attitude, say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, please and thank you. But that's not it. Respect is treating someone the way that you want to be treated. Respect is, yes, using those key words, please, thank you, yes sir, yes ma'am, no sir, no ma'am. But respect is treating somebody well, treating somebody like a person instead of an object, allowing them to have the freedom to make those choices themselves, and then reeling them in and saying, hey, this is the choice that you made with the freedom that I gave you, and this is how I think you could have done it differently. Speaking to them, still allowing somebody to be an adult and make those decisions will show them that you respect them. You respect their decision-making skills or lack thereof enough to give them the space and opportunity to do what they have to do. I can't emphasize how important respecting people both ways is. A lot of times, especially in the military, that's what I can reference right now because this is the longest job that I've worked in as far as a career. I've had jobs prior to the military and I felt the same. But in the military, it's very easy for people to get confused with respect the rank, not the person. And that is a common misconception in the military and the culture that we're, pushing to our juniors and even to our peers. No, It's not respect the person, or respect the rank, not the person. I think that person should do something worthy of respect, and they should respect their own rank enough to do the right thing at all times, to treat all of their soldiers with respect, to show them what right looks like, to lead from the front. These are things that we say in the military, and some people don't take heed to these phrases that we throw out there. A lot of times it's just words to them. And no, that is a lifestyle that you have to live. It's not a should I, it's a you have to do it. Because you're sitting here, you're raising these young soldiers to become seniors. You're raising them to take your place. And why would you create a piss poor product just because you're in the position where you can do that? To me, it's not worth it to sell my soul for rank when I know that the person that I am is more important than that. Because at the end of the day, when I decide to retire, all I'm going to have is a Kia. Staff Sergeant Sieben is going to be in the past. It's going to be a nice, cute certificate. It says, thank you for your service. But all I'm going to have is my legacy. How am I going to be remembered? And as a leader, I want to be remembered as somebody who was efficient, someone who knew their job, someone who was passionate, someone who cared about their soldiers and actually took care of their soldiers, and somebody who respected their soldiers. As a leader, I think the one thing that you can do is humble yourself. Remember where you came from. Show that respect. Show your soldiers what you want from them. And then in turn, they'll reciprocate. Now, it's not a guarantee that's going to work for everyone. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. We live in a world. There's billions of people. There's no way one thing is going to work for every single person. But I do think that if you want respect, you have to give respect. And if that person so chooses not to give you the respect that you deserve, that you modeled and showed them what you expect from them, that's a flaw in that person. And that is now your leadership challenge. That is now a moment for you to pull that person to the side and say, hey, you know what? I want to take you under my wing. Are you looking for a mentor? Because I would like to mentor you. You continue to show that person what a leader is and what a leader should be and what they should try and strive to emulate. You know, they say take some from some leaders and leave some alone. I feel that all leaders should always give the juniors something to take from them. Now, everything is not a takeaway, but I feel like there should be bits and pieces. And if you can't give somebody bits and pieces to take away, if you can't give your soldiers the foundation of respect on what they should emulate, then you may need to reconsider whether you are just a rank or if you're an actual leader.